Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Lord have mercy, there's so much going on in the world today, isn't there? Oh my goodness. I think we need to seek peace inside ourselves because that's the only place you're going to find peace. If you want to look for peace outside of yourself, you're going to be unhappy, which, oddly enough, seems to be the position that we find ourselves in. A lot of people are unhappy, and they're unhappy because they have no peace inside, in the mind, where the peace counts. You see, we allow events and people to put things into our head and get us all emotional and reactive and confused, and to where that we uh, don't really act responsibly, much less logically or with rational thinking. So there is a lot of things going on in the world right now, and a lot of people saying things that they feel, uh, which may or may not be appropriate. But to be honest with you, what difference does it make? Honestly, what difference does it make? 90% of the people out there uh, don't care about what you're crying about. They don't care about how life has been unfair to you. They don't they don't care. And why do you think that is? Do you think you're the only one out of 7.5 billion people on this planet? You're the only one to have these feelings, to feel this way? You're the only one to be oppressed by all the things that are oppressing you? Your parents spanked you, or you had to get a job when you were, you know, 25 instead of 15, or you're 26 and you're still living at home with mom and dad on their insurance because you have failed to launch. Um, Nobody cares. Seriously, 90% of the people don't care. And the other 10% of the people that do care are glad you have the problem and not them. So why do we allow all of this noise that's inside us start spilling out outside of us into social media and so on and so forth? Uh, and what that does is it causes a ripple effect, of course, so other people are going to respond to it, and so on and so forth on down the line. When 90% don't care, 10% are glad you have them, why do people feel the need to share the noise and the confusion and the educational level of the individual? Why do they allow environmental circumstances to affect them to where they are confused and have no peace in their head, and they feel it necessary to spill it out to the world? It just makes no sense. There is a lot of news out there today, you know, whichever way you want to cut it. You want to go on the North Korean side? Well, they're about ready to bomb us. Okay, yay. You want to go on the Russian side? Okay, well, they got 20% of our uranium. Okay, well, you want to talk about Iran? Oh, well, Iran's almost to a nuclear weapon. So what's up? What else is new? Oh, Hillary Clinton. Well, Hillary Clinton is in London right now on her book tour. Oh, you were talking about the scandal. I apologize. No, 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 no. No scandal with Hillary Clinton. And there's no scandal under the Obama administration. But that being said, Mueller was the chief of the FBI during this investigation and knew about the Russian collusion and suppressed it. And he's now the one that trying to connect the dots to bring Russian collusion to the Trump uh, presidency? Well, I would just have to say, I guess you have to be one to know one, right? You have experience at covering up Russian bullshit, so obviously you're going to have experience at finding it, but it's not there. It never was there. You know, what else is in the news? Uh, More stuff about the Vegas shooter, the wildfires in California. People are saying that HARP did it, uh, or that a laser energy weapon did it. You know, opinions are like assholes. Every one of us has one. Okay? And if you'll accept that each one of us has an opinion, then you can understand that your opinion doesn't have to be shared to anyone, much less everyone. I have lots of opinions. Sometimes I share them, sometimes I don't. It's my choice. I choose. Don't be guilty. Don't be the one that is allowing your buttons to be pushed to emotionally charge you into confusion and non-thinking and reactional behavior, uh, to spill vile garbage on the internet. It's not it's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's certainly not healthy for everybody who has to trudge through your Facebook or your other social media posts and read all this. That's not healthy for them either. Because the emotions that you feel when you put this vileness on the internet are the same emotions that people are starting to get triggered to feel, you know, as the ripple continues on. So you can ask yourself, am I doing good or am I doing bad? Now, if you're an individual who really doesn't care whether they do good or bad, then I guess rock on. But if you're a person with a conscience, a person of if you're a person of conscience, if you're a person of conscience and base your decisions on rational thinking, you would not necessarily voice your opinion to everybody else. I'm saying this because until we, the people, put our own censors in place as far as respectful, uh, you know, being respectful in our interactions with other people on the internet, uh, treating people the way that we would want to be treated, speaking to people in a way that we would want to be spoken to, um, putting a little bit of thought into the sentence that we're writing and make a complete sentence. Uh, you know, I'm not very good at spelling or grammar, but let me tell you, there's some stuff out there now that's passing for communication I cannot even read. But if you would stop sharing your asshole with all the other assholes, and you stop the noise coming from the one person, which is you, you stop that noise coming from you, and then after a while you can start hearing all the other noise that's going on around you that you couldn't hear before because you were making your noise as well. And now that you hear it, you start discovering just what all this stuff is truly about. Controlling cattle. Controlling cows is what this is all about. We're sheeple. whatever you want to call them. So stop making the noise from you and let other people stop making the noise from them, because of course now they don't hear your noise. So why did you go dark? Because I wisened up. Really? And then another person stops. See the same ripple effect. You stop making your noise and you're going to have the same ripple effect where other people will stop making noise and start listening and see the same thing that I can see very clearly right now, and that I hope you guys can see as well. So much for a random video. This is 7 BB.